Hey all, Board Game Rants here. We'll find everything solo, tabletop gaming, and more. Xia, Legends of the Drift System. Thought I'd introduce it to you here today. It was unavailable for a while. I've got all the goodies here so that it can be solo-fiable. Here we go. And Xia, Embers of a Forsaken Star is what makes it officially solo, but there's a ton of fan-made stuff on Board Game Geek supporting this game. It's really quite amazing, all the different tiles and stuff. Like here's all the tiles that make up. Here's Xia itself, which I flew into, and you promptly do not survive that. And then you got like a black hole tile here. You create this system as you play the game. You start with just near, or NYR, however you want to say that. That was just one tile, and it's got this cool little station you can dock with right there. Everything's kind of 3D with this game too. You see, it all comes with their little stands, and then you got all these little ships out here. Here's a merchant ship. This is an NPC. This thing just flies around and grabs up goods and scores points for the AI. And here is the scoundrel runs around. I mean, depending on how it comes out in the game, because these NPCs actually come out with little different missions too. They're not necessarily going to do the same thing each time. There's going to be cards here that dictate what the scoundrel does, what actions it takes, and the merchant and what action it takes. And you got the enforcer here too. Don't want to forget the enforcer. He's the force for good around here. Keeps us all in check out here in the galaxy. If we become outlaws, then you're likely going to be in trouble. What, we got some ice asteroids here with the expansion. Came with some new tiles here. We got ice asteroids, so this thing floats around. You ever approach this path and land on it, this thing, you got to roll. This game is about rolling some dice, and some crazy stuff happens. There's me over there. Got my little red token on my stand to denote that that's me, and got myself a nice level 3 ship there, tier 3. Kind of upgrade your ships as you go, because you'll start off with this play area, and this purple ship is a tier 3 ship, a level 3 ship, but you start off usually with these guys over here, and I'll show you as we swing through. You can see all the tons of goodies in here. You got cards that, like event cards and title cards, and you got all the different things you can put on your ships. And then you got your scoreboard here. This is going to keep track of victory points, if you will, but it's a fame point track. You're trying to become the most famous pilot out there, captain out there. And so here's just a stack of ships. And again, you'll see there's these blue ones, which are the Vagabond, which is a tier 1 ship. And all of these have their own special abilities, and you get to, once you purchase a ship or pick a ship, you get to go through here, and like the Puddle Jumper has too. That came with this the Missions and Powers expansion up there. You got extra ship. All the ships just came with one ability, but now they've got 2 that you can choose from. And you got the stack of the blues, and then you go through the stack of the green 2s, the level 2 ships. And the purple level 3 ships. I've got a purple level 3 ship right now. And all their corresponding little mats here that you'll grab. And on the mats, you can see they've got just different variations of where you can put stuff on your ship to create, you're going to put engines on there. You might put missiles. You might put blasters. You might put shields. You might put all sorts of little modifications on your ship to make it unique and build it according to what you're wanting to do out there in Xia, which is incredibly diverse, because you can really, this entire board comes out differently, and I mean way different each time, because it's all just drawing from this stack. Got this stack. I mean, there's certain rules to the beginning for certain tiles to come out so that you have some NPCs to work with, but essentially then it's just completely random. And you've got these beautiful dice over here that are going to dictate, depending on what type of engine size or what type of shield size, you're going to be rolling a D8, or if you've got you know, the lesser shields, you're going to be rolling D6s or lesser engines or lesser blaster power. So, and then you got the D20 here, and then a D12, and those are just going to be the different die that you roll depending on your situation. You're going to be rolling that D20 a lot. That is going to be, man, stuff can go really bad really quickly, or fortune can come flying at you out of nowhere, too, in this game, which makes it quite thrilling, quite exciting. And it comes with all these miniatures. Look at all these miniatures you can play. So here's all the ships, all pre-painted, so that, and they all match up with these things right here. So you just kind of look at your ship there, and then you just dig through and find it, and you get to put it on this little pedestal and start flying it around out there. And let's see, what do we got over here? We got, so here's all the different goods you can get. And there's this board right here called an economy board. Comes with the expansion. And the economy board kind of dictates what kind of things you can buy out there in Xia. There'll be planets that you can buy this certain pink good. And you can see there's H, and there's T, and there's S, and there's P, and there's C. You know, we got to just, we couldn't remember like what these were officially called, so we call them like tacos and hamburgers and space ludes and pizza and cola, I think is what we sort of settled on. And that was easier to remember. And so, but anyway, this sort of, the economy board dictates what you can buy and what you can't. And so when you're flying around Xia, you can make a plan around those to score your fame points, become like the best deliverer of hamburgers in outer space or whatever. And then here is kind of the meat and potatoes of how you score points. These are your mission cards, and you get to, many times you're going to be drawing 3 of those. Let's look at that huge stack. There's a huge stack, and this was part of it too. And they're so diverse. I mean, you've typically got kind of blues and oranges. And the blues are pretty peaceful ones where you're just trying to... peaceful one. The first one says bounty hunter. Anyway, but a lot of times the orange ones can have you risk becoming an outlaw, or you will become an outlaw. And the blue ones are more if you're, non-threatening. You're going to be an innocent little ship flying around, being a good ship. So you're going to go flying through this stack and picking missions that fit your style of play. And then you got, of course, your money here, and you got little tokens. These are little exploration tokens that'll show up out there. Like if I want to risk going over here to Farron's Call and trying to grab these exploration tokens, then I also got to risk flying into that black hole and dying quite terribly. And not really less terribly than flying into the sun, which I already did, but I managed to avoid Farron's Call at this point. But those may be tempting, because you can score fame points in so many different ways in this game. There's, let's start on the back of one of these cards. Here it is. How to win. Collect fame points to achieve victory. And up here, I've already showed you this. So everyone's going to start over here at unknown, and then you're going to work your way over to space scum and asteroid worm, and you can pick. You can, as players, you can pick how far you want to go on the track. I'm going all the way. I want to become a legendary legend. So whoever becomes a legendary legend first, and I'm playing red, and the AI is playing black, I'm ahead right now, and that wins the game. And you win the game by doing any one of these things. And there's what's 4, 5, 11 things here. Explore. You can collect fame points by exploring, by completing missions, by destroying other ships, by trading the space ludes. You can by purchasing ships. Just by purchasing ships, you gain fame, and because as you grow wealthy, trading 5,000 for fame points. Kindness. You can't really do this so much in. So one thing I can't do playing solo is can't be kind. Give energy to a stranded player, because the NPCs never really kind of get stranded. Anyway, titles. So you can complete these titles. You got titles, these yellow things here, and I already did. I'm reckless, and I love this one because it just allows me to just fly around blindly. Of course, then that's when I didn't see Xia coming, and but then it gives me a little special power for the rest of this game. And then there's these events too that come out, and they come out at different times when someone first reaches either one of these pink or yellow spaces, that's when you have to draw off of this event deck or the title deck here, and it becomes available. And you shuffle those decks up, and so you got different titles and events that are going to come out each game. And let's see, your luck. Yeah, just rolling. And I did this game too. I'm in the middle of a game, as you can tell. I'm just, I got a big portion explored. You don't have to explore everything, but the more you explore, the more missions you're going to have available to you, because a lot of them, like this mission that I'm doing right now, Bounty Hunter, says track and find an outlaw ship. Okay, well, that's easy. He's flying around. That's the scoundrel. And but then I have to deliver the remains to Pelmont. So there's Pelmont. But Pelmont wasn't out for a bit, that tile right there. And so I wasn't even able to complete this until I'd done some exploring. So many things you can do in this game. It's insane. And here's some of the, you can take regular damage by flying into a shield or getting blasted or trying to mine in an asteroid field. You can take ice damage by doing similar stuff, and you can take energy damage by flying into nebulas. And so there's just, everything out there is also trying to kill you, but everything out there also can help you earn your spot among the great and famous. A little what the solo does. You got these cool little cards here that represent the NPC. So the scoundrel, the enforcer, the merchant, and those pop out once certain planets pop out or on the board, and then so those instantly spawn. And I'm using this cool little variation you'll see on the sides here. This doesn't come with the game at all. This was right over here is a fan-made progression cards by Dan Zielinski, and incorporated these cards here so that the NPCs level up in a very cool progressive way. The base game comes with a way that they sort of level up just one time, which is fine, but this way was just way cooler and how it works. And so that's the only real modification I've made so far. But there's other people in the community that have created new tiles, and there's actually a development kit you can buy at Board Game Geek that I think was made by the designer, by Cody Miller, so that you could create more tiles and still have the same kind of thickness, and so you can mix it in. If you printed it just right, you can just mix it right in with your game. There's a whole set of tiles that were fan made, and there's co-op missions. Oh my gosh, there was so much stuff to just dig into and sink your teeth into as you want to learn this game and add more to it. But this is essentially, you're going to be running these as you're playing solo, and they can help you or hinder you or try to kill you or help you score points. Because right now, for instance, I'm a bounty hunter, and I'm going to go coming after that scoundrel who was coming after me. I was his target until I became a level 3 ship, and now he's like, oh no, I'll leave you alone. Oh, your time's coming, buddy. So, and then as you complete missions, you can save them. Complete missions, that's one way to get fame points, FP. And then you can save these. And so now I can use this to kind of essentially get a free reroll if I do this kind of mission again. And then here's my ship powers. Well, I started with a Vagabond. And then you'll go from a level 1 to a level 2 to a level 3 ship. But there was an event that was drawn that had the Space Hulk floating out. And it turned out it was the Manchester. So I had to fly over, I think, to this tile here and grab it and tow it back to the kiln where I was able to just purchase it for free. It's just so cool. I mean, just weird, crazy stuff happens. This game develops into this awesome story every single time. I have really enjoyed playing it solo. I've also very, very much enjoyed playing this multiplayer, because there's the downtime is that there's a lot of downtime. A lot of downtime as you're trying to teach people how to play this game, because you don't really play simultaneously. It's just one person just starts going and fires up their engines and starts taking off. You activate your ship by taking these little armed markers here, and I kind of messed with them and they fell off. There we go. But you'll take these and you'll activate your ship on your turn by by putting it on one of these spots. That, for instance, fires up my engines, and I'd roll this D12 to see how many spaces I can move. And holy moly, you can roll 1 to 12. Tell you what, your ships might sputter and just not work too well on one turn. Or over here, you can activate your shields. I could activate a shield here by rolling a D6 and block some damage that I just took. Or if I took some energy damage, I bought an Enviro shield for $1,000, and I could just put it on there and instantly reduce by 6 some energy damage or some ice damage or something like that. Little modifications. I've added some cargo here that I've kind of expanded my ship. This game is over the top awesome, and I just wanted to show it to you. Thanks for checking it out. I will have a little, a little playthrough, not so much a playthrough, but I think I'm just going to give you a little taste of some actions. So you might find that link up on top. Until next time, on Board Game Rants, this was Xia Legends of Idris system and all of its little goodies. I appreciate you watching. I'm out.